Handout D was all about amortizing loans. The notion of amortizing loans is whenever we have a uniform cash flow project, each portion of this uniform payment, some of each uniform payment is going to pay down the principal amount, the amount borrowed, and some of it is going to paying interest on that. And we've just never looked at it in that way before. So now let's go ahead and do that. And the key thing to remember here is uniform cash flow is still going to be found with our formulas from 8b. Nothing changes here. So let me just go back to 8b for a second and find our formula for this. So even though we're looking at how this loan amortizes, we get the uniform payment, the relationship between the uniform payment and the CF0 or the PV total, the same way we always have. Nothing changes there. So if you're given a problem like this and you need to start with what's the uniform payment, just go back and use our uniform payment formula for that. And then what we did in the rest of 8D was make an amortization table for various loans to find the principal repayment amount that's hiding in each uniform cash flow and the amount of that uniform cash flow that is going towards interest. And so we started with a table with some information given to us and some not. We knew the interest rate in this case, and we knew how much was borrowed, okay? And then the loan payment using this formula, or because we already solved this for Mr. Small Net Worth, we could use what we already know, and we'd say the loan payment was equal to 12.063, and that's uniform, so that's going to be true in every case, and etc. And the interest amount is the BOP balance. Okay, so here's my beginning principal amount. So these two always go together, times 10%. So my interest is going to be 3.0, and the rest of that payment is going to be principal repayment. So let's go ahead and see how that looks here. So here we've got our uniform payments. So the interest, this is clearly 3 to 3 significant figures. Just have a little bit of rounding error in Excel, and I think that's because I don't have the 3 back here. And then 12.06 minus 3 is equal to 9.065, plus or minus a little bit. And we just keep going that way. Then the end of principal balance here is our 20.935 is equal to our 30 minus our 9.065. So every payment, the principal balance goes down by the amount of principal repayment. And for each payment, the total principal repayment plus the interest repayment equals the total payment that was made. And other thing, very important, at the end, after you've made your last payment, the principal still due at the end of the contract is 0. So you know if you've made one of these tables, if you get 0 here at the end, you've probably done everything right. And if you don't, you know you've done something wrong. One of the last things we wanted to look at here is just show you how this is a 30-year mortgage here. And you see in the beginning, almost all of your payment is just going to pay interest. You're not paying down much principal. And this is highlighted even better on this graph where we're just showing the payment of principal. And we don't even get to 50% until about year 25. The lenders set things up that way on purpose. So if you flame out somewhere around here, they still have an awful lot of equity in this project. Okay, so that's it for 8D, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.